Most people think cartoons are just silly jokes meant to kill time. But what if one animated family quietly explains one of the biggest financial traps destroying real households today? Family Guy looks ridiculous on the surface, yet hidden beneath the jokes is a brutal truth about credit card debt that mirrors millions of American lives. The mystery is why so many people laugh at these scenes without realizing they are watching their own financial future unfold in animated form. Welcome to Meta Economy Lab, where you can learn and understand more about the economy and related topics, so you can subscribe to the channel for continuous learning. Family Guy first aired in the late 1990s, during a time when credit cards were becoming everyday tools instead of emergency lifelines. Banks were mailing cards to homes like junk mail, interest rates were barely discussed, and spending felt painless because no cash left your hand. The show exaggerated reality, but it never invented the problem. It only reflected what was already happening inside American living rooms. Peter Griffin is the perfect symbol of how credit card debt begins. He is impulsive, confident, and convinced that future Peter will somehow fix today's spending. When Peter swipes a card for something ridiculous, the joke lands because it feels harmless. But that is exactly how debt starts in real life. It never feels dangerous in the moment, only later, when the bill arrives. In one episode, Peter celebrates the idea of free money through credit cards, treating the limit like a gift instead of a loan. This mirrors how banks marketed credit cards for decades, focusing on rewards, convenience, and lifestyle while quietly burying interest rates and penalties in fine print. The humor works because it exposes a contradiction people live with every day. Historically, credit card usage exploded after banks learned how profitable revolving debt could be. Instead of customers paying balances off each month, banks realized they could earn far more from interest than transaction fees. Family Guy jokes about endless minimum payments. But that system is not accidental. It is carefully designed. When Lois reacts with panic to Peter's spending, it mirrors the tension inside real households. One partner often plays the role of financial realist, watching debt quietly pile up while the other avoids the truth. The show turns this into comedy, but behind it sits a very real emotional conflict that money creates in families. In the early 2000s, credit card debt rose rapidly as wages stagnated. Family Guy episodes from this era often show the Griffins living beyond their means, without understanding why money keeps disappearing. This reflects a generation taught to consume, but never taught how interest compounds. One of the darkest jokes Family Guy makes is when Peter believes minimum payments mean everything is under control. In reality, minimum payments are structured to keep borrowers trapped for years. A balance that could be paid off in 2 years can take decades if only minimums are paid, costing thousands extra in interest. The humor becomes uncomfortable when you realize how accurate it is. Many Americans do not know how long it would take to pay off their balances, because statements are designed to distract rather than educate. Family Guy exaggerates ignorance, but the real system depends on it. Banks rely on psychological tricks like reward points, flashy cards, and instant approvals. Family Guy shows Peter obsessed with status and instant gratification, which is exactly the mindset these systems target. The show exposes how ego and spending often walk hand in hand. During the 2008 financial crisis, credit card debt became even more dangerous. Families lost income but kept access to credit, leading to deeper debt spirals. Family Guy episodes during this period became darker, reflecting economic stress even while staying comedic. A powerful moment comes when consequences finally hit Peter. Collections, stress, and panic appear suddenly, just like in real life. Debt rarely causes pain immediately, but when it does, it hits all at once. That delay is one of the most dangerous aspects of credit cards. The show also highlights how debt affects mental health. Peter becomes defensive, angry, or delusional when confronted with financial reality. Studies show financial stress causes anxiety, sleep loss, and family conflict. Yet this is rarely discussed openly. Family Guy often mocks banks indirectly by showing faceless systems that never care about Peter's situation. This mirrors real institutions that prioritize profit over individual well-being. Customer loyalty means little one's interest starts accumulating. Even the absurd cutaway gags reflect real distractions people use. to avoid facing debt. Humor, denial, and avoidance are common coping mechanisms. The show laughs at this behavior, but it also warns viewers without preaching. One overlooked detail is how easy it is for Peter to keep getting new cards, despite bad decisions. This reflects how credit systems often reward risk instead of responsibility, offering balanced transfers and increased limits to people already struggling. Family Guy also touches on generational debt. Stewie's sarcastic comments often highlight how adults pass financial mistakes down to children through habits and attitudes. Debt is not just financial, it is cultural. When Lois tries to budget, it often fails because systems around them are stacked against discipline. Rising costs, fees, and interest rates make budgeting feel pointless, which discourages people from trying at all. The show never explicitly explains interest rates, but it shows their effects through chaos. Money disappears faster than expected, bills multiply, and stress grows. That confusion is exactly how many people experience debt in real life. What makes Family Guy powerful is that it never offers easy solutions. There is no magic fix episode where everything works out. That reflects reality, where debt takes time, discipline, and uncomfortable honesty to overcome. The laughter keeps viewers watching, but the truth lingers after the joke ends. Comedy becomes a mirror, forcing people to recognize patterns they ignore in themselves. As credit card balances reach record highs in America, these episodes feel less funny and more prophetic. What once felt exaggerated now feels painfully normal. The hidden lesson is that intelligence does not protect you from debt. Peter is foolish, but debt traps highly educated people too. The system does not require stupidity, only participation. Family Guy reminds us that debt is not a personal failure alone. It is a system designed to extract value slowly and quietly. Blaming individuals without questioning structures misses the real issue. If even a cartoon family cannot escape the trap easily, what chance do real households have without education and awareness? That uncomfortable thought is what makes the show powerful beyond comedy. The first takeaway is that humor can reveal truths we avoid. If you laugh at Peter's debt, ask yourself where your own money habits mirror his behavior. The second takeaway is that minimum payments and rewards are not your friends. They are tools designed to keep debt alive, not eliminate it. The third takeaway is that awareness changes outcomes. Once you understand the system, you can step outside the joke and rewrite the ending. The future of credit depends on whether people keep laughing or start questioning. Cartoons may exaggerate reality, but the debt is very real, and the bill always arrives eventually. If this story made you rethink how entertainment reflects your financial life, like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to keep uncovering the hidden truths shaping our economy. Meta Economy Lab gives you new perspective to see and understand more about the economy and related topics, so you can subscribe to the channel for continuous learning.